What's going on, guys? Shane aka Musty Yeti here with Tyrant Designs, and I'm going to be the one that's going to show you how to install your Mod V2 Foregrip. This is going to be a super quick and a super easy install, so let's not waste any more of your time. Let's get the camera over the table and get this thing started. Alright guys, so before we actually get into the install of the Mod V2 Foregrip, let's talk about the tools you're going to need on hand before you purchase and install this thing. And the good news is, it's zero. What's really nice is Tyrant Designs includes everything in the box that you're going to need to get this thing installed, and that includes the mounting hardware and Allen keys for both M-LOK and Keymod. Now, in hopes of making this install just a little bit easier to explain and show you guys, I'm actually not going to be installing the Mod V2 Foregrip onto the TAC-14DM itself. I'm going to be installing it on a secondary handguard I have for the TAC-14, and that's just so I can more easily explain to you guys how it works and also show you the inside, the underneath of the M-LOK slot, and how the whole thing tightens down. So let's just go ahead and get all this stuff cleared off and get this install process started. Alright guys, so the first step to installing your Mod V2 Foregrip is safety. Now for me, I'm putting it on a blank rail. Obviously, I'm going to be fine. But I'm assuming most of you guys are going to be installing this on a firearm itself. So you want to make sure that there's no ammo on the gun, no ammo on the table, and no ammo in the room. You just want to eliminate the chance of a round finding its way into your gun while you're installing this thing and you have an accident. So once we're all safe and clear there, we can get started. Next, you want to determine if you're going to be installing this on a M-LOK or Keymod. Obviously, we're doing M-LOK here, so I have the M-LOK mounting hardware. Alright guys, so the install here is going to be pretty quick. I do have a pretty good tip for you guys on how to get this installed even faster on your M-LOK rail. But before we do that, we're going to want to make sure we get our hardware placed on the foregrip. Obviously we have our M-LOK hardware here, so we're going to start in the front. We're just going to take our screw, place it in the hole, and we're going to take that T-nut and we're going to tighten it on down. You want to make sure that that T is facing in with the foregrip itself. You're just going to go ahead and tighten that down. We're going to then take the rear hole and place the other screw in there and do the same thing on the back, again making sure that that T-nut is facing in toward the foregrip. Alright guys, so we have the mounting hardware installed onto the Mod V2 Foregrip, and now it's time to install it onto whatever rail system you have at home. Now the tip and trick I have for you guys is, obviously you're going to want to make sure that your T-nuts are parallel with your foregrip, because they're going to have to fit onto the M-LOK slots. But the tip and trick I have for you is don't leave them spaced out here like this. You're going to want to tighten these things down so they're pretty much as flush with the foregrip as you can get. And I'll explain why here in a second. The problem you have is if you try to guess that depth, is when you install this thing, that those T-nuts could just be free spinning in there and never actually grab on to your M-LOK. So once they're tight, you're going to go ahead and install it onto your M-LOK slot. I should also mention that there is like a little small index tab you can see there that's going to help it find its correct spot on your M-LOK slot. So you're going to want to go ahead and place it onto the M-LOK rail, whatever you have at home. And as you can see now, we have, let me get the lighting here, we now have that T-nut is pretty much flush with the rail itself. So you're going to take your key, you're going to place it in the screw. I don't think I need to show you that. And you're just going to, make sure I'm on camera here, you're going to back it off until it clears the rail a couple turns, and then you turn it and you're good to go. There's absolutely zero guesswork there. Like I said, that part won't ever free spin in there. And the same can be done for the back end. You're just going to stick the screw in here, go back a couple of turns till it clears, tighten it down, it grabbed, and you're good to go. And you've now successfully, easily, and quickly installed the Mod V2 Foregrip onto your M-LOK rail. Now, if you guys are trying to install the Mod V2 Foregrip onto Keymod, it is a similar process. It's just as easy. You're obviously going to want to install your Keymod hardware onto your Mod V2 Foregrip, and then it's just a matter of taking the mounting hardware itself with it facing forward like that, placing it into the bigger hole of your Keymod, sliding it forward, and then just tightening down the screw, and you're going to be good to go. Alright guys, that about wraps it up on how to install the Mod V2 Foregrip. As you can see, it is super quick and super easy, especially with all the tools and mounting hardware that Tyrant Designs includes in the box. You can easily get this done in 5 minutes, and it is a really nice addition to this shotgun, or any gun for that matter. It adds a nice amount of grip with those rubber panels, and also adds a ton of flair that really fits this shotgun nicely. If you guys like this shotgun, speaking of it, if you haven't seen a playlist in the corner, I'll be sure to put one up there. You can kind of see everything we've done to this from beginning to end, feel free to check it out. If you like anything you see behind me, come over to YouTube, come check me out. We do videos covering all sorts of stuff. So come over there, feel free to subscribe and check out some of those channels. But yeah, guys, I hope you found it informative. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Take care, stay safe. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.